struggling. Hi everyone, it's Emma, and today I'm doing something super fun! I'm really excited to do this. I'm titling this video K-pop Essentials, or My K-pop Essentials, or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm sure you guys can see the title if you're watching this. But anyways, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, probably, you know that I love K-pop music. I pretty much listen to equal amounts Korean music and Western music, and it is something that I get a lot of questions about. What groups do I stan? Who are my biases? Who are my bias wreckers? What are my favorite songs? But honestly, I listen to so much K-pop, so many different groups, and I've been listening for a while now. I just have found it to be slightly overwhelming. I came up with the idea to do a series called K-pop Essentials, or My K-pop Essentials, and basically I'm going to talk about my favorite groups. So for example, in this video I will not be talking about any girl groups or any solo artists. I'm honestly not sure I explained that very well. Should I try again? So today I'm going to talk about 5 of my favorite groups, 5 groups that I've been listening to the most at the moment, and that I'm going to talk about today. If you are not familiar with K-pop, don't worry. My goal with these videos is to have it be a little bit of a guide, almost like an introduction. I know that a lot of you guys will watch my K-pop videos, even if you don't like K-pop, but it's kind of like another language if you've never heard some of the things. First of all, let's go through some of that. In this video, you will hear me say the word bias. Bias really just means your favorite member of the group. I don't know why it's a K-pop thing, I don't know like where it came from, but for some reason we decided to use the word bias because you're biased towards that person. You will also hear me say the phrase bias wrecker, which just means the member of the group that like kind of pulls you away from your bias, and they're like constantly tempting you to not be loyal to your bias and instead go after the bias wrecker. Why did this phrase come to be? Again, I don't know, but that's what it is. I feel like a lot of you will know what the word stan means because that's applied to book fandoms as well, but if you don't, just in case, it just means that you not only like the group and their music, but you stan them, meaning that you have fallen down the hole and are trapped in the hole of loving that group or that member. I think that's pretty much it for phrases. Well, I kind of forgot the most important one, K-pop. I actually get this question a lot. K-pop simply means Korean pop music. The lyrics are in Korean. It is mostly Korean members in the groups, although there are some diversity as far as that goes. I also listen to Korean R&B and Korean rap music, so maybe that will be a future installment of my K-pop essentials. For me, K-pop is just a part of my music taste. I love the style of music. I love the way they go about performing. I love the standard of performance that they set. K-pop groups are kind of an entire other world compared to Western artists. As far as dancing and performance goes, that's really how I got into it because I was a performer growing up. I did classical ballet, I took lots of other kinds of dance, I did theater, so I was really drawn to how hard K-pop idols work and the level of performance that they put on. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will explain them in a future installment. Without further ado, let's jump right in! Wow, shocker of the century. The first group I'm going to talk about is BTS. I have actually made lots of videos about BTS on this channel. I've made review videos, I've made vlogs, I've made hauls. So if you would like to see some more of that, I will link some of them down below because I am going to be going through BTS probably the fastest in this video because I've talked about them so much. I've talked about why I love them, I've talked about why I love their music and their lyrics, how I got into them. I've answered all of those things in earlier videos, and if I answered all of them here, this whole video would be about BTS, and that's not what I want to do. BTS to me is the every member is super talented group. They each have really distinct personalities, but they each shine out really brightly. They were also the first K-pop group that I ever stanned. They were not the first K-pop group I ever listened to, but they were the first group that I was like, watched all their music videos and all their dance practices and learned all their names. My bias in BTS is Kim Namjoon, or RM. My bias wreckers, I actually have 2, are Jimin. Jimin has been my bias wrecker from day one. and J-Hope, because J-Hope is the best dancer and he's a ray of sunshine. My favorite music video is Spring Day. I just love the aesthetic of this video. It like really pulls on my heartstrings. Like I get really emotional whenever I watch this video. I think the colors are beautiful. I think the lyrics are beautiful. I think the dancing is beautiful. Hello, Jimin. My favorite, I'm gonna call it shoot off, like not exactly part of a group, but one of the members created something or some of the members created something. I guess we could call it a subgroup, is Kim Namjoon's newest playlist actually, called Mono. I like it more than some of the BTS albums. If you don't even listen to BTS, I still recommend listening to this album because it is just really calming. Like if you are someone who has to walk anywhere, like walk to work or walk to school or walk around campus or sitting in a coffee shop or going for a walk in the woods, this is your album. And yeah, I know I'm biased because my bias created it. My favorite songs for BTS: My City, House of Cards, Trivia Love, Cypher 4, 21st Century Girl, I'm Fine, Answer Love Myself, Dimple, Mic Drop, and Euphoria. Pretty much all of HYYH I love. I love pretty much every song in there. I didn't say Save Me, but I love Save Me. It's probably my second favorite music video. Instead of listing out all those songs that I just said, I'm just going to link my BTS playlist down below because I do have a Spotify playlist devoted completely to BTS. One of the reasons it is so hard to pick favorite songs or music videos or videos with BTS is because they just put out so much content. They have the most albums out of any of the groups that I listen to. A bunch of the members have their own mixtapes, a bunch of the members have solo songs or covers that they did. There is just really so much content. It's overwhelming. Speaking of so much content, the last thing that I'm going to say is must-watch videos. Now, I didn't really answer this for BTS because if you're looking to get into BTS, my advice is to not do that. Just don't do it. If you learn their names, that's the end. Just listen to their music and watch their music videos and the dance practices and also love them. But honestly, it is really hard to pick favorite videos or like videos you should watch if you want to get into BTS because again, they put out so much content. Maybe just explore their V Live channel or watch Voyage. I got into them by watching one of their concert videos, which is about 3 hours long. Also watch Namjoon's speech that he did recently for UNICEF for the End Violence Love Yourself campaign that BTS does, all of which I will link down below in the description box. I knew that would take a while, even if I went fast. I've been filming for 16 minutes. The next group that I want to talk about is and has been one of my favorites for pretty much ever since I got into K-pop, and it is the group Winner. Winner stands out to me just for how unique they are. They don't really have like the normal mainstream vibe as far as K-pop goes, which I think is one of the reasons that they are super underrated. I hardly hear people talking about them. Even my friends who love K-pop, most of them don't stan Winner, and I love Winner. From their dancing to their fashion, they are just very unique. I don't even know how to explain it, but I feel like if you just go watch one of their music videos, you'll kind of understand. My bias in this group is Mino, and my bias wrecker is actually not in the group anymore. My favorite shoot-off or like subgroup is absolutely Mob. My bias, Mino from this group, and another member from a group I will talk about later, named Bobby, made this rap duo called Mob. I love all the music that they put out. I love their music videos. They're so funny as friends. They're real friends in real life, so like all of their interactions are super funny. Check that out. My favorite music video from the group is probably Island, although I like a lot of their music videos. I really liked Love Me as well. That whole comeback was one of my faves. And this group as well is really difficult for me to pick favorite songs. I tried to make a playlist for them like I did for BTS at one point, and I ended up deleting it because I just put every song that they've ever made on that playlist. So that didn't work. The song that got me into them though was really, that's kind of like the OG bop. It's one of those ones that I played so many times that I actually don't listen to it a lot anymore because I just listened to it like probably 400 times. I also really love Love Is a Lie. I love Fool. I love Sentimental, and I love Air. I did really like their newest album, so I've been listening through that a bunch recently. They have a lot of really sad songs now that I think about it. Like, their lyrics are kind of pessimistic, like love is a lie, but they do this thing where they sing kind of sad lyrics about heartbreak in a really happy tune, and that's one of my favorite musical things. Like, a lot of my favorite artists do that. I don't know why, it's just a thing that I like. And let's see, must-watch videos. The one is called Zero Live. It's like a live version that they did of their song Really Really, and it's just really funny. They're goofing off the whole time. One of them spills juice on the floor, and the whole time they're still singing and rapping, and it's great. And then the other one I would say is a video of Mino and another rapper named Zyko. They did a collab song together, which I also love, called Okie Dokie, and the one rapper is like performing it, and then he like tosses the mic to Mino in the audience, and he starts singing, they're laughing together, and it's just a great bro moment. So yeah, I will link those two down below as well. Okay, the next group that I'm going to talk about is called Pentagon. Pentagon is the only group whose like energy and excitement kind of competes with BTS. There's quite a lot of members in Pentagon. They started out with 10 and now they are at 9 or 8. There's a lot of drama there, not gonna go into it. Pentagon is kind of my fave because of their level of energy, and they also are just all so beautiful. They are all so beautiful. Like, visually stunning, but also just like they kind of exude happy energy, and that's what I love about them. My bias in this group is Ikon. Again, not gonna go into all that. My bias is Ikon, but I do have quite a couple bias wreckers. Mostly I love Kino and Yuto. My favorite music video of theirs is called Like This. I just think it is so aesthetic and visually stunning and really inspirational, which is not like their usual style of song, but that one particularly I found really inspiring creatively. My favorite kind of subgroup of theirs is, of course, I feel like I have to say Triple H. I actually got into Triple H before I got into Pentagon. Like, I got into Triple H back in the early days. They were one of the first music that I listened to. So Triple H is a subgroup of 2 of the members of Pentagon and then a girl artist. And they've created a decent amount of music together, and it's so fun. Really unique, like their performances are really unique, and also Ikon is a part of it, so I just love his rapping voice. Like, I would listen to him sing / rap anything. I just think it is the coolest ever. But actually, Pentagon has a lot of like shoot-offs and solo songs. A lot of the members have done songs on their own. There's a song that Wooseok and Ikon did together that I really love. So yeah, I actually love all of their subgroup shoot-off kind of stuff. My fave songs of theirs are Shine, Naughty Boy, Organic Song, Critical Beauty, and Runaway. I couldn't remember the name for a second. I love those. Runaway mostly because I really like the dancing to that one. And then must-watch videos for Pentagon. One of them is this video of them all just like yelling for 13 minutes straight for no discernible reason. And you're gonna think that I'm exaggerating and they're not actually just yelling for 13 minutes, but it's actually just them yelling for like 13 minutes. They also did an a cappella version of the song Shine, which was so beautiful. Like, they could totally be an a cappella group. And then all of their solo things that I mentioned before, especially the song by Ikon and Wooseok. They made a music video for that one and I love it so much. I feel like I'm talking really fast in this video, and if I am, I apologize. 1, I had coffee. The next group that I'm going to talk about is actually my top group at the moment. Besides BTS, BTS doesn't really count because they are always my top group, but this is the group that I have been listening to the most at the moment, and it is NCT. Oh my gosh, I love NCT so much. They're all so talented. The kind of title that I'm giving them is that they are all so confident. A lot of their songs are about like, I'm the best, I'm the top, I'm gonna keep working really hard, and they have a lot of rap heavy songs, which I just love them. They're so cool and powerful. NCT is a difficult group to explain, to be honest. I still don't fully understand it. I think they have about 18 members at this point. However, they are hardly ever all together. NCT is pretty much always made up of subgroups. So the 3 subgroups are NCT U, NCT 127, and NCT Dream. I love all of them, but my favorite is definitely NCT U. They have a ton of members and they are constantly forming subgroups with some of the members. The subgroups usually have some overlap and then they release new music with each comeback, but it's always different members. It's complicated, but I love them. I don't think I really have a bias yet in this group, mostly because I don't know all of their names, because there's so many of them. But I do really love Taeyoung, Ten, and Jaehyun. Those are my three kind of faves at this point, all of which are in NCT U. So my favorite music video from NCT is Baby Don't Stop. I'm not even sorry about it. I love that music video. It is so gorgeous. I already kind of said my favorite shoot-off since this group is made completely of subgroups, but it is NCT U. If I have to pick like another one, then Ten and Taeyoung. The Baby Don't Stop music video is just Ten and Taeyoung, and they are so good together. Such good dancers, so talented. Ten's voice with Taeyoung's rapping is just magical. As far as songs go, if you're new to NCT, I recommend listening to the album NCT 2018 Empathy. This one contains a mix of songs from NCT, NCT U, and NCT 127, so it's a good introduction to them. The only ones that it doesn't have on there is NCT Dream. And a lot of my favorite songs are on this album as well. Boss, my top favorite song, is literally the second song on the album. Boss, Baby Don't Stop, Touch, and Black on Black are all on that album. I don't think Regular is on that album, but that is one of my faves as well. It is actually one of their new ones, as is Black on Black. Other songs that I love the song We Go Up, which is by NCT Dream. I love Cherry Bomb and Whiplash, which is from the Cherry Bomb comeback of NCT 127. One of my fave comebacks. I love that whole album, actually. I really love pretty much any of these songs that are really rap heavy. That's kind of why I love NCT so much, because they do have a lot of songs that have that sound that I really love, that it's just like confidence and power and rapping and them wearing black skinny jeans. It's like that kind of vibe. And then NCT Dream is like the soft ones. Oh, and must-watch videos. There's actually a video that the members of NCT Dream did called NCT Do ASMR or something like that. I'm obsessed with that video. I've watched it 7 times. They are surprisingly good at ASMR, and then there's this one member that just like ruins it, and you'll see what I mean if you watch the video, but it's just hilarious. I just think it is really funny. Must watch the Cherry Bomb dance practice. There are 2, and the one that I'm talking about specifically is not the one in black and white. This dance, in my opinion, is one of the most impressive dances out there in K-pop, at least in the like more current day K-pop. It is just so wild. I remember when it came out, literally all of K-pop culture was talking about it. We were just all so shook. It is just incredible, and I still watch it a lot to this day because it is just so cool. And then there is a video called Things You Didn't Notice for the dance practice Boss. All these videos are linked down below, but that one is so funny. I've also watched it a lot of times. I love those Things You Didn't Notice videos. They are hysterical. And the last group that I'm putting in this video is Ikon. Ikon I am the most new to out of all of these groups. I've listened to their music for probably a year, but I have never gotten much into the group. I just always listened to random songs. However, they recently or semi-recently had a comeback, and I loved it. The kind of title that I gave Ikon is that they are just all so cool. The coolest people. They just seem so cool. I'm like, wow, cool boys. I do not have a bias yet, however, I'm guessing it's going to be Bobby. Bobby is the member that I talked about earlier who has done music with Mino, my bias from Winner. Yeah, that makes it pretty hard to not bias Bobby because he's friends with one of my other biases, which often is the case with a lot of my biases. My favorite music video is definitely Love Scenario. That is the comeback that I was talking about that I just loved so much. I think this video is just super pretty. I love the dancing. It's actually probably my favorite song of theirs. I really like the lyrics and the whole storyline of the song. Other fave songs are Bling Bling, B-Day, Love Scenario, like I said, Goodbye Road, and Killing Me. Killing Me is such a good one, such a bop. I kind of already said my favorite shoot-off because it is the same as the one for Winner. However, that member Bobby does actually have a bunch of solo music, and I listened to his solo music before I ever got into Ikon, and it is really good. I love it. Some of my faves are 10 Day and I Love You. And then must-watch videos, I don't really have a lot for Ikon because they're fairly new to me. However, they did do a performance version video of the song Killing Me, and it is really good, real pretty, and I also really like the dance for that one as well, so that's a good one to check out. I'm like out of breath. I feel like I was on a talking sprint throughout this whole video. So anyways, these are just a couple of my fave K-pop groups, a couple groups that I'm adding to my list of essentials, the ones I love, the ones I stan, the ones I will continue to talk about if you give this video a bunch of likes. I know that a lot of you guys are going to be like, what about Monster X? What about Day 6? Whose hoodie I'm wearing right now? What about Red Velvet? What about 17? All those groups that I have stanned for some time now. But like I said, I can't make a video of all of my favorite K-pop groups, which is why this will be a series. So if you would like me to continue, please give this video a thumbs up. That way I can know that you guys like this content and want to see more, and then I will continue to do that. It was honestly super fun to make this video. Like, it was just an excuse to listen to K-pop music and watch their videos and take notes on K-pop groups, so I have a really cool job. It's great. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a lovely day or night or afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, and I will see you in my next video. Dun, dun, dun. I did this so many times in this video, and it's because I've been learning the likey dance, so I've been, you know, doing that whole thing. Likey, likey, likey. Heart, heart.